Hello Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your mid-May 2020 lunar shift reading messages, okay? This is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Barn Reed, and I've shortened it a little bit to hone in on what you are releasing, what's shifting, and where you are headed and what you will be embracing. So I'm clarifying with the Wildwood Tarot, and this is being done in the midst of the full moon in Cancer, our flower moon, and as they say, last supermoon, as far as they know, last supermoon of 2020. And if you follow Western astrology, then it is full moon in Scorpio. If you follow sidereal, then it's a full moon in Libra. Either way, if you whatever house you are, Cancer resides in Western, most cases, it would be in Gemini, which would still be affecting your fifth house. So this is the fifth house that we're focused on: romance, children, fun, creativity. And the shifts that are going on as well with the lunar node shifts just moved from Cancer to Capricorn, from Cancer and Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius. So let's look at what we have for you, Cancer, on what you are releasing. So protecting treasure with the breath of life, Ace of Arrows, like Ace of Swords in this Wildwood Tarot. Oh, at the end I'm going to pull a wild offering oracle card for a message for you to meditate on with the messages that come through here. So protecting treasures, what you're leaving behind. I feel for some of you, this is a new beginning, and this is your house of like romance and children. Being a little overprotective could be something that you're leaving behind. So you could be giving, if you're a parent, a child in your life, a little bit more freedom. There as well could be a little bit of somewhat of a breakthrough that has occurred in a romance where you may have been shying away from and holding back. You could have released that energy and felt like, you know, you're going to go after what you want. There's an aim here. So there's a direction. This is a new beginning. This is also a truth, a resonating truth that you've realized. What you have been holding back on too with your creativity. If you have been sitting on a gift, feeling like it wasn't safe to expose it or show it to the world, there could have been this breakthrough where you felt like now is the time, and you've set an aim here to where you're releasing this energy of being a little bit more closed off on and being fearful of what would come with you opening up or releasing your creativity. Some of you could have left your place of protection in the form of like parent or mother energy. Maybe you are becoming into your own independence, and so that's an energy that is now being released. So now this independence has begun. This could have also been, in a sense, some of you protecting yourself by making some clear break, because with the breath of life and the cycle of life, in a sense, with the Ace of Swords, it's kind of double-edged in the way that it's an end to a new beginning. So something has ended in the form of where you felt safe, what made you feel protected. There's this movement forward with a clearer direction. Okay, and for some of you, I feel like it's in some ways giving someone freedom to explore and find their own way. Okay, in some way someone could have released you in that sense. So couple of messages coming through. Really just depends. Timing again too is just really fluid and dependent on your situation. Like I said, I'm doing it during the full moon, but how it transpires for you could be different. The shift that is occurring in the present moment for you, ghost lands with balance. So this is definitely an energy, and this is like temperance energy. And with the ghost lands, this is about being in the here and now, realizing that you can't live in the past, you can't live too far in the future, you have to pay attention to where things are now. And ghost lands also gives me that sense of what was once there is no longer there. And there's this patience and inner work that you're doing, healing. This is a healing energy, inner spiritual work here. So some of you could be, in some ways, your beliefs on, I'm picking up spirituality, even though this is more of a fun house, your personal creativity. I feel in some ways you are creating in a way that is more authentic to who you are today rather than where you used to be. So for those of you creatives, I feel there's been this growth of where you felt it was safe for you to express yourself in some way. This was expected of you. There's been some sense of new life or a new direction that you found, and you've kind of maybe are breaking free, expanding in your creativity, finding new ways to express yourself, but as well being patient with that energy, with the temperance. And there's balance here that's going on. So I feel in some ways the shift for you is really being present in the moment and taking account opposing views or opposition for what you feel you need to express, and then what is expected of you. For some of you, where there is maybe now an empty nest or less dependence on you as it comes to a partner, there could be this pause that's gone on, or what is shifting in the midst of some change is bringing in more balance in the inner. And for some of you, I feel like this is some type of reconciliation that could be possible. So where some of you, and even you getting to a point where you're ready to now intertwine with someone, based on who you are and where you are today. This could be an opposites attract energy as well. So you could be in the form, and this is also an 8 energy. So some of you could be in the process of shifting and going towards a type that is maybe very different from what you've gone and been with in the past. Like if you've been single, you're now dating. You're in the process of opening up and trying, I feel, someone new, and also looking for a deeper, higher type of connection that goes beyond the physical. So some of you could be in this shift where in time as well, with timing, there's that's almost where this is taking place. Because of this shift and this change, it's bringing in some type of new energy that could be healing for some of you. As far as a new relationship, you could be still in the process of getting to know each other, but needing to be patient. Strong patient energies coming in here, as especially if it is someone who's very different than what you're used to. And if what you've been releasing is some sense of holding back your creativity, I think I did touch on that. Doing so in a way that is tempering, again, being mindful, like reading the room, kind of. I'm getting this, like reading the room, knowing where you are, being very present with what you're creating. I feel like some of you have been inspired to get into writing or singing or some other form of expression based on what has transpired, the times, the signs of the times that we're dealing with right now, to be finding ways to put that energy into something creative and positive, and that could be healing for not only yourself but for others. Tapping into an ability, a way to alchemize a situation. Okay, so here we have for what you are embracing, Moonlight with the Hooded Man. This is Hermit energy. So embracing a deeper connection with yourself and trusting your intuition, being wise about your choices, and as well higher wisdom, higher knowledge. And I'm feeling for some of you, if you have been in this mode where even for some of you, you might have felt like you're safe having a covering, someone around you. But maybe you're breaking free from feeling like that. For some of you, maybe feeling like you're maybe coming into, some of you, I feel like you're leaving a solo kind of energy. And for some of you, you're maybe going into that with this energy here with the Moonlight. You'll be wise about what you are bringing in. And I also feel like you will be attracting more deeper connections. This could also be a mature person, could be older than you. Some of you may have felt like you were settling for people that needed your care, needed your help, or you were attracting people who saw you as that umbrella. But maybe in some ways that was you settling for feeling like you want to feel needed, but maybe it became more of a codependence that wasn't a reflection of your potential of having more of a balanced relationship, person who feeds you as much as you feed them in different ways. So that could be where some of you are realizing in this Ghostlands time that, you know, that may have been what I've done in the past, but now there's a realization that you need a bit more. And that could be where this higher spiritual connection comes in, but also kind of feeds you. So this is a following your intuition and kind of a knowing, and I'm getting, it's like a recognition, it's a soul recognition that's going on here. Some of you will have a bit more time if you're in a place where you're releasing, where someone's dependent on you for protection, care, and even if you felt like that was a good exchange for you at some point in time, you're getting more in this balance mode of attracting more of a situation that is less dependent on you and more co-creating, coexisting, rather than being codependent. And that in that sense will be recognized soon for some of you. Could be by the next full moon, could be some in Virgo season. Virgo and Sagittarius is showing up strong here too. So that could be someone who has either of those signs in their chart. Some of you could be leaving behind an air sign, or an air sign has moved on from you. Air or water is coming in as far as the energy that you're maybe leaving. Earth, fire, and water is coming in for maybe what is coming in for some of you in the form of a new partner or romance. This is also getting to a point where you find your inspiration, you find what drives your creativity, and coming from a place of wisdom on how you express those feelings, how you express yourself, I feel will be more of a true reflection of, again, who you have become. So some of you are shifting in a way. There's a balance going on, and kind of the past catching up with you in the present, and you kind of making sense in that in a way that is more reflective of you and your growth. So there's a maturing that's going on here. And for some of you, you are going to be attracting more type of like mature partners, or in there being this opportunity for deeper connections, deeper connections. So following your intuition and trusting that you're being guided in the right direction, and also as well that there is some guidance even with a child, if you're releasing or giving them a bit more freedom, and you're having this opportunity and chance to be a bit patient with that energy, kind of still there but not hovering, with like the umbrella would hover, but there's still this sense of like, I feel it's also trusting that someone is going to make wise choices, trusting that they will find their way based on where you've already set them up. So this is some of, I feel, for some of you coming to a stage where you're allowing someone who's been dependent on you a bit more freedom, especially with this being your house of children. And I feel that this, in some ways, you already set this person up. They're going to not forget. Again, moon is like your star, your planet, Cancer. So I feel that this is someone who's never going to forget the lessons that you taught them, never forget what you have been, and will always be a strong influence in this person's life. But now it's maybe time for you, as you are releasing someone to find their own way, you're finding even deeper understanding of your own purpose in the process, how you want to express yourself, what is your idea of fun as well. Could be returning or like returning and maturing, what you enjoy, what makes you happy, following your inner, I feel some of you are going to be diving deep into more of an inner spiritual journey as well. But I did get spiritual energy as well too, with this like temperance, where you are now. Some of you may be diving really kind of deep into a subject or area that you may have maybe known a little bit about before, or maybe you felt like, I'm not ready to learn that, but now it may feel like, okay, it's time now. Now there's something to this subject. There's something to this astrology. There's something to this divination. There's something to this esoteric practice, or whatever it is, something spiritual or metaphysical that you are going to be diving very deep into, and drawing in some wisdom. This also could be someone who teaches you, and I'm also seeing with this wing, taking you under their wing for a time. So there could be someone that you admire, or has a lot of wisdom, who's ready to impart some into you. Someone who's very wise. We have this owl here. So there's a timing here for a time that you will kind of be learning from someone else, or again, just diving deep for a time in a subject that will really enlighten you and also help with your creativity, having a better understanding of some area. So let's look at your card for your message meditation from the Wild Offering Oracle deck for Cancer. It's a good card for you to meditate. Message of meditation for Cancer. Any messages? Okay, I feel like this one wants to come out. Okay. So we have trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Well, that ties together some things. I mean, allow you to wait patiently until the timing is right. Ghostlands, and this is like frozen in time. While you're frozen in time, there's a lot that you're getting in tune with yourself, healing, alchemizing situations, finding your own balance rather than seeking it from a person, place, or thing, or even role that you've played. And then being patient here. Wait, and this patience definitely is with this temperance energy. Waiting for things to kind of balance out, but in the process, strengthening and being in a creative mode or mind frame. Resting in the unknown until a clear path is shown. That's all said here. So I feel like that ties in. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust in your higher power, and even information, even enlightenment. will come to you at the right time. There's some things that you can hear spiritually or esoterically and it doesn't make sense, especially when you're younger. But then when you go through things in life, then it's like, oh, I see the light now. Though this is what they meant, or that's what that means. You know, I know I thought those people were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but there's some truth in this. Realizing truth, where you were shielded from it, I feel like it's coming in. It's in the process of being revealed to you in a way that's really going to deepen your understanding. And in turn, reflect who you are attracting in this house for you. Romance, children, fun, creativity. So that is your reading, Cancer. I do hope it was helpful. If you would like a personal reading, the information is below. Phone readings are being offered, and the site for you to schedule that and how you can get that are instructed on the site. If you would like an emailed video recorded reading with the cards laid out for you, then that's you can email me at deuceofdiamondreader@gmail.com. Thank you so much. If you like this reading, if it helped you, give me a like. Thanks for watching. Take care.